Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome, dear students. I hope you are all doing well. Dear students, today we will start unit number 3, lesson number 4, which is sentences, on page number 18. So, first of all, here we have study corner, and in study corner we have past perfect tense. So, dear students, this lesson is basically about past perfect tense. What is a perfect tense? The past perfect tense is a verb tense which is used to show that an action took place once or many times before another point in the past. So here we have an example. When Aunt Emily had eaten, she felt better. So A happens before B. Aunt Emily felt better after she had eaten. Aunt Emily was snoring because she had eaten a lot of cake. So we have exercise number 1. Put the verbs in the brackets into the past perfect tense, then listen and check. Outlaw. Where were you? Why were you so surprised at first? Friend, because I never see a giant before. So first of all, dear students, what is a giant? A giant is an imaginary or a mythical being of human form but superhuman size. So here we will change the verb in the bracket never see to had never seen. So because I had never seen a giant before. Outlaw. When did you realize that the giant was two outlaws on the top of the other? Friend, after the bottom half of the giant start laughing, after the giant looked at the audience for a time, he fell over and lay on the floor without moving. So in this sentence we will change the verb start to a past verb started. So the sentence will be, and here we have another word, look. So we will write it as had looked. So the sentence will be, after the bottom half of the giant started laughing. The start will be changed to started laughing. After the giant had looked at the audience for a time, he fell over and lay on the floor without moving. So here we have two verbs. Start, we will change it to started, and here we will change the sentence to a giant had looked. So the next sentence is, outlaw, did the giant manage to get up at once? Friend, no, because the top half of the giant hurt his arm. So dear students, we will change the sentence to the past perfect tense and we will write it as, no, because the top half of the giant had hurt his arm. Outlaw, why was the cat so angry? Friend, because Henry shut it in its basket. So we will change it to the past perfect tense and we will write it as, because Henry had shut it in its basket. Outlaw, when did the cat scratch you? Friend, after William let it out of its basket. So we'll change it to the past perfect tense and we'll write it as, after William had let it out of its basket. So now dear students, here we have exercise 2. Rewrite the sentences using the past perfect tense and the word in brackets. So number 1 is my mother went shopping. I got home from school. So we will change this sentence to the past perfect tense and we'll write it as when I got home from school my mother had gone shopping. Number 2 is I forgot my door key then I noticed. So we will change it to the past perfect tense and it will be then I noticed that I had forgotten my door key. Number 3 is somebody left a window slightly open. Then I saw. So we will write it as then I saw that somebody had left a window slightly open. I put down my bag. I started to climb the tree next to the house. So we will change it to the past perfect tense and we will write it as when I had put down my bag, I started to climb the tree next to the house. Number 5 is I climbed quite high. I reached the window and opened it a little. So we will write it in a past perfect tense and we will write it as after I had climbed quite high, I reached the window and opened it a little. Number 6 is I opened the window a little wider, a large bird flew out. So we will change it to the past perfect tense. After I had opened the window a little wider, a large bird flew out. Number 7 is it spent the day in our bathroom. It was very angry. So we will write it as because it had spent the day in our bathroom, it was very angry. Okay, so on this one, number 7 we will write as it spent the day in our bathroom, it was very angry. So we will write it as it was very angry because it had spent the day in our bathroom. It was very angry because it had spent the day in our bathroom. Number 8 is I found a bird in our house. Later I told my mother. So we will write it as later I told my mother that I had found a bird in our house. Number 9 is I finished telling the story. She laughed and laughed. So we will change it into past perfect tense and we will write it as after I had finished telling the story, she laughed and laughed. Now dear students, exercise 3 we have some verbs. These past participles are the same as the simple past forms. Make a short sentence with each one. So here we have some past participles. Some past participles bought, brought, burnt, caught, met, paid, thought and thought. So here is an example. I saw that my mom had bought us some strawberries. So first of all, the sentence for brought will be my teacher was angry because I had not brought my homework book to school. It will be my teacher was angry because I had not brought my homework book to school. Third is burnt. I saw that the shop had burnt down in the night. The sentence for burnt is I saw that the shop had burnt down in the night. Next word is caught. I heard that my dad had caught several fish. Met. My mother's friend, who I had not met before, was at home. My mother's friend, who I had not met before, was at home. Paid. The shopkeeper said that I had not met before. I had not paid for the joystick. The shopkeeper said that I had not paid for the joystick. Taught. After he had taught me to ride a bike, I was able to ride it to school. After he had taught me to ride a bike, I was able to ride it to school. So the last past participle we have is thought. So dear students, the sentence for thought is I thought I had lost my book. I thought I had lost my book. So dear students, this was your lesson and your lecture for today, and it is about past perfect tense. So the homework you have to do is rewrite the sentences using the past perfect tense and the word in brackets. So you have to write exercise 2 and exercise 3 in your notebooks. Thank you so much dear students. Allah Hafiz.